So children, welcome back to the last module of the chapter Cells. Now, in the previous module you have learnt about the important organelles of the cell. Here, in this module you will learn about the organelles that are common or that is present only in plant or animal cell. Now let us come and see what are the organelles that we are going to learn about. So our upcoming first part or the part of the cell is cell wall. So what is cell wall? Cell wall is a protective layer surrounding the cell on the outer side of the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. This is the structure of the cell wall where you can see the primary cell wall, the secondary cell wall, and in between there is the plasma membrane. And hence it is very clearly seen that the cell wall is the protective layer of the cell that protects it from any injury or shocks. Now what exactly is cell wall? Cell wall is a rigid surface, is a tough rigid surface that is found in the outer side of the cell. It surrounds the cell surface membrane. It is made up of cellulose. It protects the cell from injury. It gives the plant cell a fixed shape and it's fully permeable. That means it can allow all the things to pass through it. Cell wall is also present in all the prokaryotes. So the main function of the cell wall is to provide the different materials depend upon the organism and to give the multiple cells that can attach to one another to support the organisms. Now let us learn about the next upcoming organelle, that is the mitochondria. The term mitochondria itself was coined by Carl Benda in 1898. It comes from the Greek word called mitos, that means thread, and chondrion, that is granule. The mitochondrion or the mitochondria is a membrane-bound organelle found in most of all the plants and animals. Now let us understand what is the main function of the mitochondria. Mitochondria is also known as the powerhouse of the cell because it produces the energy required for the cellular functions. The energy is produced during the oxidation of the digested food particles like proteins, carbohydrates and lipids, that means fat, by the oxidative enzymes in the cristae. During this oxidative process, water and carbon dioxide are produced and with that energy is also released, and this energy is stored in the form of ATP in the cell, which is further utilized for the other life processes. Now let us learn about the third function or organelle, that is known as lysosome. Lysosome is fused with the endosomes where it transfers its enzymes for the breakdown of the molecules. The broken down molecules are then delivered to the cytoplasms for the protein for later consumption. Its main function is phagocytosis. That means if any foreign body enters the cell, then it engulfs it. This releases enzymes that can destroy also the worn out organelles in the cell. So its main function is phagocytosis method. Now let us move to the next part of the cell organelle, that is the endoplasmic reticulum. Now the endoplasmic reticulum are the set of cisterns that are interconnected to each other. These folds form a maze of enclosed spaces and is the largest internal membrane. It is used as an intercellular highway and the molecules move through the cell by the endoplasmic reticulum. They create the channels and connections in between them. It is found in all the eukaryotes. It is distributed throughout the cytoplasm and is seen in a continuous network with the nuclear envelope. It is also connected with the Golgi bodies. Now, it is of two types, smooth and rough. The smooth endoplasmic reticulum undergoes the metabolic processes of lipids, steroid and phospholipids, and it also detoxifies the lungs. Whereas the rough endoplasmic reticulum undergoes protein synthesis and ends up in nucleus and secretes into cytoplasm. In the upcoming picture, you would distinctly see both the rough and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now let us move to the next organelle, that is the ribosomes. Ribosomes are not bounded by membranes, though it is found in both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, but prokaryotic ribosomes are smaller than and less denser than eukaryotic ribosomes. It is composed of two subunits which contains proteins and a type of RNA called RNA. The main function of the ribosome is to transfer the hereditary informations, the genetic informations from DNA to the its offspring. It is also used for expressing the genes into the offsprings. Basically, we can say that it is used for transferring the hereditary characters from parents to the offsprings. Now let us move to the next organelle, that is vacuole, which is exceptionally found in plant cell, but sometimes it is also seen in the animal cell. Now the vacuole is in the central hollow region, which contains a fluid known as the cell sap. Though they are membrane bounded areas, but they store temporary materials in them, and it often stores food, enzymes and other materials needed by the cells. Some even stores waste products. It can hold water for the later use. Now let us move to the next part of the organelle, that is the centrosome. Centrosome is the structure found inside the cells made up of two centrioles. Each centrioles contain microtubule rings, and the main purpose of the centrosome is to organize microtubules and provide structure to the cell, and as well as to pull the chromatids during the cell division. They are present in animal cells but not in plant cells. Especially they are used for animal cells for the process of reproduction, where cells divide for undergoing the cell division. They release long stiff fibers called microtubules and split the cell apart during cell division. Now let us move to another organelle, which is known as plastid. Plastid is exceptionally found only in plant cells. They are the double membrane bound organelles found inside the plants and algae, which are primarily responsible for activities related to manufacturing and storage of important chemical compounds in the form of food or in the form of pigments, the colors which we see in the plants. These pigments present in the plastids determine the cell's color. For example, some plants have red leaves and most of them contains green leaves. Some plants, when they become old, they contain yellow leaves. All these are only possible due to the presence of the plastids in the plants. Basically, plastids are divided into three parts: chloroplast, leucoplast and chromoplast. Now let us understand what is chloroplast. It is another organelle found only in plant cell, and it is found in one of the plastids. The chloroplast is a structure that allows the plant to go through the process of photosynthesis and make its own food and energy. Chloroplasts are found in the thylakoids of the plants that contains a green pigment called chlorophyll. This chlorophyll attracts the sun rays in them, and with the absorption of water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the stomata, it undergoes the process of photosynthesis for further development of the food in them. Hence, it is also known as the kitchen of the plants. Now let us move to the next plastid, that is the chromoplast. It stores pigments that acts as an attractant for the pollinating animals, such as insects and birds. While eating the colored foods or the flowers, it gets rubbed against the seed and then it is dispersed from one place to another. Now, the next type of plastid is the leucoplast. Leucoplasts, they are the colorless plastid and are found in plant cells. They are non-pigmented in contrast to other plastids like chloroplast. They lack the process of photosynthesis, and they are not green and are located in the non-photosynthetic tissues of plants such as roots, bulbs and seeds. They are specialized for bulk storage of starch, lipid or proteins and are also called as aeroplasts. They synthesize the fatty acids and amino acids. So, in the upcoming picture, you can see the differentiation of the chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast, and you can note down these differences properly. Now, children, after this, I am giving you one of the main differences that is required here. That is the difference between plants and animal cells. Keep noting that, keep learning your works properly and stay